Hello, my name is Scott Jonathan Nixon. I am a writer and currently a resident living in Prague, the Czech Republic. Since today is President's Day, I come to post a video explaining about my political standards that I have I am a registered Republican, but in no way am I a supporter of the current administration by President Trump. For reasons why I believe that the Republican Party has shifted from its foundations is because of two examples. Two examples that I would care to point out. One, Dwight D. Eisenhower, considered to be one of the greatest Republican presidents of the 20th century. And I know some of you are wanting to throw in, which I'm including his name too, B. Ronald Reagan, which I have some criticisms about his economic policies. But living here in the Czech Republic, I have seen the effect he has with his resistance against the former Soviet Union and the communist regime that has plagued this country for 40 years. And just because my last name is Nixon does not mean that I am in any way associated with Tricky Dick. President Trump has no clue of the way the checks and balance systems of our government work, for example, due to this immigration ban that was posted by his executive order, and yet the hold that the courts have now placed on that particular hold, which of course his administration is continuing to challenge. To ascribe my role as a Republican, I have written a letter and sending it to Senator Jem Inhofe, a Republican senator from Oklahoma. The letter goes as follows. As a Republican, I believe in building a moral character that many other Republicans adhere, but my character feels that discrimination of any kind is unconstitutional, albeit if it's presumably towards national security. I say presumably because I can no longer trust the facts the administration has given or the alternative facts which has been thrown around by certain members of our party. With the administration's tightened control over the press, it has casted doubts towards their intentions with this country. My fear is by abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, we can no longer have the ability making up our own minds and craft our own independent views and opinions, which makes us become populistic and docile to those who wish to do harm to our American way of life, whether they are foreign or domestic. For those of you that may deem me as a liberal snowflake, parading myself as a Republican, and has tossed the term so witlessly to anyone that has different opinions apart from their own, perhaps you've been snow-blinded from seeing the upcoming blizzard that is heading your way. And if you fail to test your own beliefs and values, you too will be left out in the cold. As Rod Serling once said in the Twilight Zone episode, The Obsolete Man, an episode about a librarian against a totalitarian government. Any state, any entity, any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete.